So, I now have 3 weeks left. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I do not start to eat. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. And I'm currently sitting outside my placement. Thing is, I normally get up about 4:30 and make my way through, so I can get myself sorted and settled, things like that. And especially with anxiety, it sometimes takes me a bit longer to get out of the car. So I like getting settled, getting changed into my scrubs, having a cup of tea, just relaxing myself. I kept waking up last night. 2 o'clock came and I'm like, I tried to get back to sleep, but there was absolutely no way I was getting back to sleep. I made a cup of tea. Thought I'll just try and chill out, but I couldn't. Not only is the nausea really bad today, I keep getting mini panic attacks and I just couldn't settle. So I tried as slow as possible to get ready. I was ready for about 4:30. Started getting ready at 4. Ready for about 4:30. But yeah, I tried to hang about the house as long as possible, but when I'm ready, I've got to go. Otherwise my brain just plays. I can't hang about, and it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I'm still feeling really sick right now. I have my sick balls in preparation. It's ridiculous, honestly. Yeah, it's 3 weeks. I just need to keep reminding myself 3 weeks. Doesn't help I'm on with someone that just bullies you, basically, you know. I know what people say, you need to build up your resilience, blah, 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 because I've heard the uni saying to people before, you need to build up your resilience, and, you know, you're taking it too personally, but blah, 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 but I'm sorry, but if you've been through everything I have been through, especially in education, when you were bullied the whole way through it, it is a bit different from me. It's not just about building up my resilience. I can be pretty resilient when I need to be, when it comes to advocating for my patients. I'm very resilient at doing that. When it comes to fighting for family or friends, I'm very resilient in doing that. But when it comes to myself, I'm not so resilient in defending myself. You know, that's the issue. Don't know, maybe I just don't feel important enough to defend myself. I don't know, whereas others around me are more important than myself, is the way I see it. I don't know. But I have never been able to defend myself, although I can defend others, if needs be. It's very frustrating. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's always going to be people you're not going to get along with. You know, I'm not dense enough not to know that. But you don't need to be treated that way. You know, when it's blatantly obvious somebody's talking about you, laughing at you, for whatever reason, I don't even know the reason. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to remind myself, it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks, just get through it. I missed some hours last week because I just couldn't cope with it. And I was loaded with a cold. I did try and come in, I get sent home. Then I started vomiting. So last week I missed quite a bit. So yeah, I can't really afford to miss any hours because I need to make these hours up in other placements. And I don't want to be stuck with a placement that is worse than this and I've got hours to make up. So I kind of need to try and force myself in. I just keep asking myself right now, why the hell am I putting myself through this? But then it is something I've always wanted to do. And I can't say I'm not enjoying the experience of being in theatre because I totally am. You know, I've got to do a lot of stuff that I've really enjoyed with my other mentor who's actually half decent. But it's a shame that you always get one person that has to make themselves feel better by bringing somebody else down. You know, I mean, I'm not a bad person, you know, I would do anything for anybody. You know, I'm just not a bad person, so I don't really get why things in my life have just been really fucking shitty. Excuse the language. Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, so I have 3 weeks left and then I am back in uni for a couple of weeks before we finish up for Christmas. Yeah, we're nearing that time again. So yeah, I'm not quite sure yet what classes we've got. But it's going to be weird going back into placement because I've literally had 15, back into uni because I've literally had 15 weeks of placement because I finished my 5 weeks. No, it was longer than that. It's 7 weeks. 7 weeks of placement, I'm sure my last one was. And this is 10 weeks, so 17 weeks of placement. With 1 week in between them, I'm done in. And we don't even get paid for this. You know, I'm doing 40 hours a week and, you know, I'm not even getting paid for it. You know, it's a bit, it is what it is, you know, but, yeah, I really think they should pay you something for it. You're basically working full time and not getting paid. And in my situation, I'm working full time, not getting paid, and I'm not learning anything. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. If you look at it that way, then it's really not good. Really not good. But yeah, that is my update. Hopefully I can get through these last 3 weeks as easy as possible. Maybe make up some hours. But I'll see where that goes.